pickup truck tried to pass in the fast lane, spun out in the slush, and got T-boned by a semi-trailer loaded with 40-foot-long slabs of concrete.
When the semi made that impact, it hit its brakes as hard as he could, and the whole load shifted forward.
So it pushed the whole load right into the back of the truck, so the truck can't move?
And so I was sleeping in the bunk. Yeah, I wake up and there's the bunk right there in my face. Oh, I could have been dead.
First wreck I've ever been in.
Happened so fast, nothing I could do.
Dave, got it.
It's gonna be a couple more hours before they open that up.
Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Tractor trailer smashed up and a pickup in the ditch. There was just everywhere.
Pull! Pull!
The priority is getting one lane open. Heavy rescue has to clear the 3,000-pound slabs.
My main concern is getting the highway open, just getting the job done.
The concrete slabs are out of the way.
As quick as we can get that debris swept off, it's open.
The damaged truck limps to the side of the highway.
I think it's open there. I'll tell you in about 2 seconds. Yeah, okay, yeah, they're open now.
Now Adam's crew can start the most critical part of the job.
Just like a puzzle, right? Because if you take one piece out, all of it can fall on the ground, so. Well, I don't know.
They need to shift back the entire load, piece by piece.
Get a big strap, right?
We have to make sure that none of the concrete slabs are going to fall over off the trailer and land on anybody standing around.
Well, if they start pulling, this one could come over or something. I don't know. We won't know until we start pulling it.
It's dangerous.
No, it's a long ways away from help. I don't want to have to call another helicopter in to save me or my guys. My biggest concern was just to get them blocks off the back of the cab so we could get the truck towed off the highway and get the traffic moving.
There's 100 phone calls from the office.
Hello.
And there's a growing backlog of recoveries all the way up to Fort McMurray.
Phone calls from the office, wanting me to do this, wanting me to do that. And I told them, well, I can't.
But there's a new arrival to take off some of the pressure.
Well, I like Ken, you know, he's got a different personality about him. You bet.
As Ken hauls the pickup away, Adam is tackling the B train.
Good. You don't want to put a lot of pressure on these, do you?
No, I don't, no.
Adam will employ the rotator to lift the strapped stacks of concrete up off the trailer and then use HR-68 to slide them back into position.
I want to make sure what I'm doing is right. I don't want to hurt my guys. I don't want to have a block slide into my truck. They shouldn't fall off now anyways, I don't think. It's like a big game of Jenga. You gotta be careful of what you do.
There you go, there you go.
It's a kind of a finesse kind of job. I don't need no rip and tear right now, so we gotta be careful. Like, everything's on the verge of falling off. You got it?
Kevin, backstrap, backstrap.
Take this off?
Yeah, is it tight?
Yeah.
Be careful with that.
All it would take would be one wrong move, and bottom slabs could slip out, the whole thing could come down, and I'm the guy that's standing on top of the pile.
This one?
Yeah. We'll just take it off and then we'll throw it over, but just let it go slowly. If we take it, we'll throw it over top.
It will be a balancing act. Right to the end.
You got about another foot to go before you clear the deck.
Okay. Oh, more?
The last thing Adam needs is another problem.
Lines all... These lines are all... as usual on this thing.
All the pieces need to be moved back, but Colin's tangled winch line is causing a delay.
I'm not trying to rag on you, but it seems like every time we use that thing.
It's been a long season for Adam managing Heavy Rescue Alberta.
The first wrap off and everything else, that first wrap doesn't really matter. It's a common occurrence. Every job I go to with them, we're constantly yarding lines out with another truck. Like, pull on that cable. I think I done great, you know? Oh, hey. Me, man.
We're gonna use the red one or the blue one?
Well, hopefully it works.
With the line straightened out, the crew can return to the delicate balancing act.
The biggest challenge was making sure that we kept the integrity of the load together without anybody getting hurt or injured or killed.
That's everybody.
And we got it done in a nice, timely fashion.
Wow, it's in there. The severity of wrecks that happen up here isn't an everyday thing for us down on the coast. You got to make sure that you take enough equipment, enough personnel.
50,000-pound pick. Wow.
The heavy load has shifted onto the thin trailer wall.
If it's going to be too much, it's going to start crumpling.
Jason would like to unload the trailer's cargo of frozen food, but the client has a different idea.
The customer is adamant on us bringing it up with its load intact.
But that comes with a big risk of wrecking the trailer.
He's just too far away from the road.
He calls on his big brother for some advice.
It's got a 15 to 18% grade here. It's almost vertical, the ditch on the side, eh? If I pull, it's pulling right through the trailer wall. It's not that strong. And that's gonna expose everything that's there.
There's a 70% chance it doesn't work.
So after that discussion with Jamie, that the only way we're gonna get this vehicle out was with the crane.
A 75-ton crane with a massive 130-foot boom.
Even a rotator and a tow truck, you would not be able to get that vehicle upright and out of the ditch.
Where do you want the crane? Where do you want me to pick?
Jason and the crane operator have to find the best position for the lift.
You're gonna pretty much be taking the whole lane.
But space will be tight. Highways will only let Jason close one of the two lanes. With the avalanche threat, it's too risky to have heavy daytime traffic backing up on the mountain.
Do you have to stick your outriggers out that side?
I can go halfway out that side.
You got a semi coming through soon.
They have just enough room for the crane's outriggers, but there's a problem.
His swing out to the side, too.
The crane's counterweight sticks out more than 13 feet behind the cab.
If he's 90 degrees, we're shutting down that whole other lane.
So you're not going to get that lane.
Well, let's see what we can do here.
They need the crane to reach the wreck without swinging the ballast into the second lane.
Not enough room. Not enough room for the crane.
Without enough room to operate, he has to pull the plug before he can even get started.
Pack it down for now, please.
Yeah.
To be leaving without any success was a real disappointment for the crew.
If they can close down the road and I can get sideways to it, I can pick it, right?
Kind of ruins your day right quick.
With more heavy snow expected, Jason and his daughter Mattia get right to work.
I can get up over there and walk across.
Where?
Over there at the front.
Oh, go ahead. Just be careful, it's greasy.
Yeah.
Jason gives a careful test pull with his rotator and sees a problem right away.
This will bite into the trailer like that. That'll bite that trailer and cause a kink in it and weaken the trailer. It's only aluminum, it's very thin. And so you'll pull that strap right through that trailer and cut it in half.
I would unload it. Customer doesn't want it done that way. So, basically we have to tell the customer, look, your success rate here is very minimal.
Jason plans to use a crane hooked to a series of straps to help spread the load. The crane will then lift from the top, while the rotator pulls from the side.
That's what we need him to do, is do the lift, and then we pull. The strap's got to go underneath and come up the roof, and then this way in order to create it to roll. This sucks. This portion of it sucks. Dig your hand right to try and get to the bottom. You want to get to the bottom of the trailer.
Yeah, I'm on compact snow and it's on my face.
You'll live. Snowshoes applicable. Holy.
At 12:30, the rest of Jason's crew rolls up.
I'll give it a little yank and then see if we can get it enough to get another strap on that bottom.
With his rotator, Jason pulls just enough to make space between the trailer and the snowbank.
Okay, the sooner the better, guys, eh?
We're trying.
Can't really see.
Tyler and Wayne bringing them down.
Okay, we're ready for a crane back here. Something's coming up the road. That'll be our crane.
At 1 a.m., the machine arrives that will make or break this recovery.
By the way, Jake. So now what we're gonna do is get the crane to come in behind me, throw some more straps to support the load. Yeah, fold it slowly.
The loaded truck weighs in at 40 tons. Overloading a crane perched on the edge of a drop-off can be disastrous.
Nice and easy, Rob, nice and easy.
Keep going.
With a crane maxed out, Jason has to come up with a new plan.
Stand back, guys.
Using his rotator, he inches the wreck closer to the crane.
We had to be over top of it in order to create the lift.
With the boom shorter, the crane can lift more.
Are we good?
I'll stop.
What do you see?
Starting to buckle the top.
Where I am?
Yeah, both.
Front and back?
Yeah.
If those straps were used in the wrong place and pulled on the wrong angle, that trailer could easily just break in half.
That one's pulling down.
That's where all the weight is. There's so much pressure building on it.
The trailer wall is buckling around the straps. Jason needs to redistribute the weight.
Want to send somebody with an angle iron for me?
Are you tight with the angle irons?
I guess he is. Okay, slow on the cable.
Slow on the cable. Or?
Okay, you got her. We're gonna crawl out of here before you lift too much more.
Okay, let's do it.
That's coming over a long ways.
Yeah. Keep going. Okay. Yeah, she's out. Now we're at the home run. We gotta unhook and get this traffic through.
That was quite an accomplishment, man.
Send them through. Thanks, eh? Sorry to keep you waiting.
Well, I've done that type of wreck. It was not easy. I should say that I was missing that job, but it wasn't a job that you missed. Sorry, brother.
Howie's on the way to his first job, heading 40 miles up Highway 3 to rescue a stranded B train.
It's my first big truck call back after 2 years at hot towing, so, you know, it's pretty imperative to me that I get it done right.
Yeah, it's snowing up here.
Damn near a foot of snow. Driving into a fairly substantial storm. There's not a line to be seen on the road other than the tracks from two vehicles passing in the dark. It's accumulating. It's what I like to call greasy.
The worst conditions on a road full of sharp curves.
I used to get driving complaints coming through here all the time because they're 50-kilometer-an-hour corners, and we're all doing 75, 80K an hour through here like it's a race car.
Yeah, wonderful.
next thought I had was fuel leaks, oil leaks, how's the motor? Is it gonna drive home? Self-preservation mode.
Yeah, there's damage. There's always damage.
Howie lost control on a sharp corner. His rear end slid around, and the truck slammed backwards into the ditch.
No service. 5-0. Is anybody on here? Crap.
It's the first big storm of the season. With only 2 big wreckers left in BC, Jamie is down half his fleet.
No.
Typical Howie fashion. It all up as soon as you show up.
3:30 in the morning, been gone an hour.
I can't make any excuses for it. I screwed up.
We're waiting for somebody to show up so I can get a phone call to the office.
We're here till help arrives, and I knew the only help that could come and get me was Jamie.
Do you feel like making a phone call for me when you get down into town?
Sure.
I got a call from our dispatcher telling me about Howie being in the ditch up here.
Just waiting to see what he's gonna say. If I'd have shown up in his seat, I'd have knocked me out.
Yeah, we found the tow truck. I'll turn around, we'll get you out of here.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Hoping it comes out like as easy as it went in.
Jamie has to avoid causing more damage to the old 750.
Will that clear?
He uses the Rotator's lifting power to raise the truck straight up without dragging the undercarriage over the rocks.
Are you clear?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing around now, okay? He's on the ground, eh?
This is the worst time of the year to have a crash.
That's bad there, that's hard to fix. Whole fuel tank too, eh?
Didn't blow a hole in it, but it got a good-sized dent. It was sideways on me before I even got to the corner.
This truck might even be a write-off.
It's kind of depressing. That's the only other big wrecker we have besides this here, because I've sent everything else out to Alberta.
Just gonna limp her home now and then go from there.
As Howie limps home, it's up to Jamie to finish his job.
Okay, then we'll get him out of there as quick as we can.
A job that's now costing him money.
What a way to start your first day.
The wine semi crossed the median into the oncoming lane. Right into the path of a truck traveling the opposite direction. The massive impact sliced the trailer in half.
Lucky to be alive,
when I went by, the lineup was about 5 miles long.
Down in the Fraser Valley, on the number 1.
You can guarantee the roads are closed there.
Traffic's at a standstill. And so is Howie's recovery.
How long do they figure till it's open again?
The highway is shut down again. So the salvage crew can pick up thousands of bottles of expensive wine.
Anything you can save it. Anything that's broken, shovel it into a garbage bin.
While he's waiting, a new problem catches Howie's attention.
Well, fuel cap's dripping. I'm thinking, well, maybe it's just not screwed on tight enough. Yeah, grab a hold of it, try to twist it on further. Boosh, off it comes. I got a 3.5-inch hole, pissing diesel out all over my leg.
Oh, he's got a piece of plastic.
The fuel cap is the wrong size for the tank.
You get the cap back on, Howie?
No, I'm working on it.
The badly maintained semi continues to produce more headaches and delays.
It was more than half full and pouring out quickly.
Cap doesn't even fit on the truck.
With a wrecked and poorly maintained semi.
Don't touch it. Even look at it.
Highways is feeling the pressure from truckers to get the road open.
I'm sitting on number 1 in that friggin' lineup.
Even if that means plowing good wine into the ditch.
We're not going to keep the highway closed forever, so you got to get traffic going through your single lane.
Yeah, that's quite the mess. Next question, was it good wine?
But the insurance company isn't letting up. At $40 a bottle, they want to save as much wine as possible.
You got a big wall of it going?
After 3 hours, the salvage crew finally has the wine bottles out of the way.
Okay, I'm gonna bring my truck through here.
But the highway remains closed until Howie clears away the mangled rig. He's called in a flatbed to haul what's left of the broken trailer.
See if you can reach it through that. Just pop it down through that next hole. Plan is to disconnect the front half of the trailer from the tractor that's laying on its side. Get it out into the middle of the road somewhere where I can work with it. Just watch yourself. Keep going. There we go. Look at that. God, it's gonna work in our favor. Oh yeah.
The front piece of the trailer's free and in a good position to get it onto the flatbed.
Just put it in here because there's a gusset right here. Will it go? Oh yeah. Perfect. It's good.
I got a hook one.
At 4:15 a.m., the front half of the destroyed trailer heads off. It's been 6 hours since the wreck happened. Howie needs to clear the flipped tractor that's hanging over the no-post.
I don't know which way to pull on it.
But it's on its side and perched on the edge of a steep embankment directly above an active rail line.
You're concerned that this is going to roll down there and land on the tracks. You shut down a train track and you're screwing with the country's economy.
Howie Irwin is trying to clear a damaged tractor off of Highway 1.
I don't know which way to pull on it.
But without the lifting power of Jamie's Rotator, he has to flip it onto its wheels.
Well, you got to make it fit in there without puncturing the full fuel tank. Ready? I didn't have any room to maneuver. And it was just coming down wherever it landed. It was close. I was happy. I was so happy.
Now he's got to get the tractor back on the road.
I need to be able to lift all that up, skid it along on its front frame horns, set it down.
With traffic still backing up, Howie does a quick rig to the frame to save time. If it holds, he can finally open the road.
No. Kind of grabbed a hold of it where I shouldn't have. And the bolts didn't hold and pieces went flying. Well, the chains held, the cross member didn't. Broke all the bolts off. That's my own fault. I should have known better than to grab it just by the back end like that. Took the chains that were attached to it, just grabbed it by the next piece up that's solid and keep going. I really want to get the road open. I'm hoping the chains hold this time.
If he can pull it off the no-post, he can get traffic moving again.
Did that work?
Yeah. I'd take this as a win.
At 6 a.m., almost 9 hours after he was called out, Howie's cleared the biggest wreck of the year, solo with just one truck.
Watch full episodes on the Weather Channel and the Weather Channel TV app.